Amos, we got to put you upstairs, bud.
Welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast with your hosts, Joe Clarke and Jon Passow.
Life feels good. Happiness feels great. Bananas feel squishy. Welcome to a Starter and Chaser podcast.
Damn it! That was perfect. Why did I laugh? Oh, that was...
Where weekly we review one beer and one whiskey just for you guys.
I'm Professional Brewer, Jon Passow.
I am Whiskey Connoisseur, Joe Clarke. So, what do we have for the starter, John? Rogue Spirits Rolling Thunder Stouted Whiskey. Check it out, guys.
And for the Chaser from Rogue as well is their Chocolate Stout Nitro edition.
So normally I do the whiskey side of things, as you all have come accustomed to, but this is all about Rogue, and they're a brewery who just also have started distilling spirits. So I'm going to let John take this one.
Hey folks, so Rogue Ales is a brewery out of Ashland, Oregon. They started in 1988 by 3 Nike executives as well. The 3 Nike executives said, just do it. And they opened up a brewery. This Rogue Brew, in particular, this Rogue Spirit, is their Rolling Thunder Stouted Whiskey. Now, this is not just any regular edition of this. This is their cask strength. By the way, this bottle was donated to us by one of our viewers, Eric Black. Thank you very much, Eric. We appreciate that. Now, the cask strength version is 115.8 proof. So it is cask strength. It is barrel number 8 of 11. Now, this one normally is 97.5 proof, so that's the regular edition. Now, what they do with this one, it's aged for 3 years. It is a single malt whiskey, and they age it in new American oak, like any whiskey should be, but then they finish it in Thunder Stout barrels, Rolling Thunder Stout barrels. So that's their Imperial Stout that they age in used whiskey barrels.
Oh, wow.
And Rogue actually has a farm where they grow their own malts, and so this is all their malts, and plus they have a cooperage where they build their own barrels. So this is in their own barrels. So they put the whiskey in there, they pull the whiskey out, they put a beer in there, they pull the beer out, they put the whiskey back in, and that's where Rolling Thunder whiskey comes from. That was a mouthful. I'm surprised I made it through it, but we have it pre-poured here.
Yes, we do. This is a fresh crack of one of Eric's bottles. This is excellent. The color is nice. It's got
caramel.
It's got a nice red tint to it.
Yeah.
Very red.
I actually really appreciate the color of this one.
Yeah, let's see how this does on the glass here. What we got? Ooh, she's a heavy wee lad.
Ooh.
She's a heavy wheel. That didn't come.
Yeah, no, it didn't work. I'm kind of confused.
Kind of mixed that one up a little bit.
Is that a Scottish lady boy?
I don't know. Look at that. Look how thick.
It's got a lot of thickness to it.
Long legs. This is a very, very aromatic beer. Right, Rogue beer, whiskey.
We're already confused.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this is kind of weird coming from a distilled spirit, whiskey, but going back and forth between beer and then whiskey and then beer and then back to whiskey, how you were explaining it, it has a very beer smell to it on the nose, heavily.
Okay.
And then it switches to, wow, is this a high rye?
It's a single malt. Let me check my notes. It is a single malt. Yeah. So it wouldn't be rye then.
I'm telling you, man, it's got like this rye, kind of like a peaty smell to it too. And there's this other note in the background that I am having a lot of trouble with, and it's very strong. It's almost going to take me a minute to nose in this, man, and I don't want to take that long. It doesn't have like your regular whiskeys in America, your caramels, your vanillas. You do get some fruits with this. There is some fruits, more of... Man, John, this is tough.
Interesting. It's thrown Joe for a loop. I haven't seen him this stumped in a whiskey for ever. I've seen him take pause, but not.
And it's so pleasant too, and I just can't put almost like a pineapple.
Oh, interesting. Pineapple, I would not have expected as being an aromatic note for
Yeah,
whiskey.
it is very interesting. I say we start diving
Yeah,
into
let's
this.
just go right in. It is hot right off the bat. It is very hot, but it's 115 proof, so that's kind of to be expected. What are you getting right off the initial taste?
The heat was a little overwhelming on the front there. I'm getting that pineapple, a little bit mid palate, and I'm kind of getting a stouty beer taste on the back end. Really heavy beer taste. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. I'm pulling all this. That much beer out of this is absolutely incredible. I almost need to actually, so I just coated my mouth with the first one. This is a hot one at cast strength. I think we need to go in for a second one and really reassess this. There she is. Oh, that opens up, man.
Wow, it really did open up on that second taste. Still,
it's hot. It's hot.
It is hot. This is very hot.
I like it though.
But moving past the heat, I am getting kind of a caramel, brown sugar. Moving past the heat, I get caramel. I get brown sugar. On the finish, I definitely get a lot of the Imperial Stout. I mean, it's got the dark malts, it's got some roast, it's got little hints of cocoa. There's something there that I can't pick out either.
I'm pulling what I couldn't figure out before on the nose.
Yeah?
And the taste, if you go back into this, which we can, let's go back into it.
Let's go back into it.
It's root beer.
Absolutely.
I just didn't know what I was smelling. I'm like, what the hell is that?
This is weird.
Yeah.
But I mean that with the utmost respect and as a compliment, because I have never tasted a whiskey with this much beer flow profile and this many really unique flavors like root beer and cocoa,
pineapple. It is very, very complex. I think, we do the review on the show, and this is a fresh crack. I mean, just open, poured, doing the show. I think this is one of those whiskeys you would almost want maybe sitting out for 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, to really
and let it really open up and sip it over, I don't know, another 20 minutes or so, like an ounce or an ounce and a half, and really break this up. I think this is a bottle that's going to extremely open up on its own now that it's had some air to it.
Absolutely. Wow, really cool beer. We're being thrown up because it's Rogue. Thanks, Rogue, for messing us up. We'll be back with the Chaser after this.
And we're back, Starter and Chaser podcast with the Chaser.
From Rogue Brewing Company, or Rogue Ales as it were, is Chocolate Stout Nitro Edition.
Whoa.
Now, this one is brewed with some of their own malts from their farm. It is brewed with their Pac-Man yeast strain, which is their house yeast strain that they've developed over the years. And I believe they put in pretty much every beer that they have. I think there might be one or two special beers that they don't add the Pac-Man yeast into, but this has the Pac-Man yeast. 5.8% ABV, it's 69 IBUs. Now, in their website, they didn't list any chocolate in the ingredients, but on the can, it says natural chocolate flavor added. So, this one is a little different than their normal chocolate stout release. It is nitrogenated. And what that means is Joe's going to really love it.
It's got Nospro, and I always love the sound of the way the Nitro's open. That's so cool.
And we get to do a hard pour with it because that is what you do with a Nitro beer. Joe, you want to hold that up to the camera while it cascades to show people that cool effect?
Here's the cascade effect as you see the bubbles go down and then they come back up. Pretty neat.
Joe's been getting into nitro beers lately, so this is cool to have him try something on camera of a little bit different. Beautiful tan brown head to it. No light getting through that.
Nope. Looks like we've settled, got the night, and it's what's cool about this, when it settles, and you know it has this real fine, crisp line between the beer and the head, and it's really cool. Like, it's perfect. It looks perfect.
Now, nitro actually gives the beer finer bubbles. It's smaller bubbles versus CO2, which is larger bubbles. So this is going to make the mouth feel a little bit creamier and smoother, like Guinness is. Guinness is a nitro stout as well. And it's going to take a lot of those rough edges off of a beer. So what are you smelling on the
chocolate
nose there? Chocolate?
It's heavy chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah. Not...
What kind of chocolate? Like Hershey's, Baker's chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate? All right.
A real tiny citrus background to it, and that's it. It's really heavy chocolate, John.
Okay. Heavy chocolate. I'm trying to see if it's got milk in here. I don't see milk, but okay.
It smells like milk chocolate to me.
Milk chocolate in a glass.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Gonna dive right in?
Let's dive right in. Let's go for it.
Gross.
Here we go. I'm so excited.
Wow. Lots of chocolate.
Oh, yeah. That's heavy chocolate right
there.
It's kind of like a mix between a milk and a Baker's chocolate. Almost kind of a...
I'm getting more Baker's chocolate on the end, but right up front, I get like that slightly melted Hershey's chocolate bar on my tongue. A little bit of chocolate malt, good dose of minerality. Pac-Man yeast can give you a little bit of a mineral finish to a beer.
I have that mineral beer's finish going on.
I'm picking that up.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy for me actually. Almost a little off-putting.
With the mineral
finish, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, not crazy, but
By the way, mineral finishes are kind of signature of Guinness and Irish dry stouts. So, if you're not a fan of that mineral note, probably stay away from the Irish dry stouts because that's a signature.
Here's what I've noticed about nitro beers, and I'm sure it's because of the carbonation. The type, well, it's not really carbonation; it's nitrogen. Yeah. But is it carbonation?
Yeah, it's a type of carbonation.
Okay, so I'm good. Didn't sound stupid here, but they are so creamy smooth, you can just pound through these in seconds. I mean, it's just that, you just keep wanting to go back and drink. That's how they are. And I'm really digging these nitro beers, man.
I agree. It's and it's only 5.8% alcohol, so it's not super up there, which helps the drinkability of this combined with the nitro. But I don't get really any hop note, maybe a little bit of orange citrus on the very background if I really stretch for that. Right. But it's chocolate, it's roast, it's mineral, it's creamy and smooth, a little milky, but not quite as much as a milk stout. I mean, this is exactly what it says it is on the can.
This is the first time I've experienced that whole mineral flavor to it. I'm okay with it. After a couple sips, I'm like, oh, okay, it works. It fits in there. It kind of almost, to me, being a nitro, and you're saying take away the rough edges, it kind of puts a little of that back into it a little.
For you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm on the opposite end. I mean, if this wasn't nitro, you would have probably a lot more roast going on there, and which would kind of probably balance out that chocolate note and make it a little bit more even keel of a beer instead of just heavy chocolate.
Oh, it's heavy chocolate up front.
And I would like that better, but I'm not a nitro fan. I really am not, because I don't like those rough edges.
Okay.
So it's just a personal palate thing. Everybody's different.
Okay.
By the way, do you like nitro beers? Leave a comment
down below.
Hit subscribe.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Ring that bell.
Ding. Well, there we go. That is the chaser. Let's circle back to the starter.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
What were your final thoughts, Joe?
It's beautiful. It's absolutely an incredible whiskey that stands out on its own for me. I am so impressed by the weird mash of flavors is how I can explain it. And it's not weird. It's weird because you don't think that those flavors are going to work together, and they just magically do. The heat on the first sip was a little off-putting. It was like, wow, this is going to be way too hot. And then I was like, no, let's circle right. This is cask, 115.8 proof. Take that second sip, it'll cool it down, and it did, and the flavors just popped. I mean, the flavors are stupid on this, man. It's awesome. It's so awesome. I gotta have one of these if I can ever get one.
For me, I'm gonna mirror a little bit of what Joe said there, but a little different though too, because for me the heat was very distracting, and it took a lot for me to get over that. Joe got over it on a second sip. It probably was like 3, 4, maybe 5 sips in and a little bit of time before I was able to move past that heat. But like Joe pointed out, it's 115.8 proof. I mean, it is going to be hot.
And it's a fresh crack too.
Yeah, and it's a fresh crack, so it's going to open up. It's going to mellow just a little bit with some age. That being said, the flavors are incredible. I've never had a whiskey like that. I want one.
Dude, root beer, pineapple,
cocoa.
I mean, just weird. The beer that you taste on it. If you're a beer guy, I mean, I don't know if this is the perfect pairing.
No, I would say no.
But if you're just a beer guy in general and you want to get into whiskeys, maybe not this higher proof, but if you really are into beer and whiskey in general, this is it, man. That is unbelievable.
You know what a perfect pairing might be? It might be Rolling Thunder Imperial Stout barrel-aged version from Rogue. That'd be a cool pairing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, beer now. The chaser. Chocolate.
Yeah,
Stout Nitro.
Too much chocolate for me, actually, in a beer. Up front, it was just a little too heavy on that. I would like to pull back from that and get more of your quintessential beer notes come through on that, because the chocolate really overpowered. And then on the back end, which I'm still tasting, are the minerals. It's not bad. I like nitro beers. I'm becoming the more of them I have, the more of a fan I am of them. Plus the cool crack sound.
And the pour.
So yeah, I don't know if this is a regular rotation for me, but I respect it as it is. Just too much chocolate for me, actually.
I agree. Chocolate is like really in your face, but you know, that is the center theme of it. It's got a pint glass with tons of chocolate filled into it. So they went for exactly what they were going for. It's chocolate. Is it a well-balanced beer? No. Is it enjoyable for a pint or two? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a nitro fan, but having had a bunch of nitros, I can respect what they did here. Absolutely.
Sure. And if you guys are fans, or if you've had any of the Rogue spirits, whether it be this or their regular offering that's not cask strength, or if you've had this chocolate nitro stout, leave some comments below. Let us know your opinions, what you think, what you didn't like, what we thought about this, what you did like. It's all up to you guys. Remember, you can view us, or actually hear us on a lot of different platforms down below. Links are right below, guys.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed the show, be sure to support us on Patreon. Now, bananas feel squishy.
They do.
Mangoes feel sticky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to revisit the mango.
Hamsters feel squeaky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The wheel. Gotcha.
No, you just...